The difference is Florida has won the 2 previous sets. Stuckey with a quick set to Essex. And the Gators pull within 1.
I thought perhaps FSU would avoid McKissick in serve receive as she just drops a dime here. Alexis Stuckey, maybe a half step to get to that ball. That's a perfect pass. And Gabby Essex with the finish.
McKissick, ace!
Wow. Knuckleball? I mean, this one just floats over the net and drops.
Drops in the only open spot on the floor. Pittsford, the set. Slide is denied. Victoria. Great back row play by Perez. And now Perez calls for it, sends it over. That is Bree Kelly thundering that ball to the floor.
These young Florida middles, superstars in the making. We said they're two-way middles. They don't only just block balls. And look at that swing.
No errors tonight for Kelly. The Gators, 2 points from victory. It is match point Florida.
Beeson and Kelly, roommates, teammates, and a double block along with it.
The Gators coming back from 6 down, now sitting at match point. And the exclamation point by Victoria. The Florida Gators come from behind in the last 2 sets to sweep the Seminoles at home.
Tell you what, Sam, we mentioned that thriller that Florida had with Stanford just weeks ago, and I feel like they really were able to draw from that experience late in sets 2 and 3. Go back to the service line. Ellie McKissick put some really strong serves in play there late in that 3rd set that made it difficult for Florida State to run their offense. That was impressive serve.
And hats off to Florida State as well, who put up quite a fight without one of their best players tonight against this Gator team ranked 16th in the nation. Florida will not celebrate long. They'll be traveling up to Wisconsin tomorrow for the Friday night match in Madison. But I know Mary Wise has got to be happy with the way her team fought back in those last 2 sets.
And you can't say enough good things about that Florida State team who came in shorthanded, a huge void to fill in the absence of Rothman, a complete lineup change, and they played with such composure. That is an FSU team that you need to keep your eye on. They are going to improve over the course of conference play, and I look forward to seeing them in postseason. We will obviously see them prior to that, but I think that's a team that could really make a run this year.
Well, one of the stars tonight, Merritt Beeson, only 1 hitting error, and she lit it up with 13 kills.
Yeah, Merritt Beeson, did we mention she just missed 3 matches? You couldn't tell looking at these highlights tonight. I think she was ready to get back on the court. 13 kills, only 1 error, hits 400 from the pins, swinging from the left and right side. This is starting to become a typical Merritt Beeson play. I don't know. We're going to be expecting this from you from now on, Merritt.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It's definitely just because of my team. You know, they make it so fun to play out there, and I trust every single one of them. So even if I do make an error, maybe 2, maybe 3, I know that they're going to still have my back, and I know that Stuckey's still going to set me. So it's just kind of like a one-play mentality, and I think that's helped me grow my game a lot.
Well, Merritt, when we showed up tonight, we weren't sure we'd see you on the court. How are you feeling now?
I feel great, but I'm not sure either. I had to pass my last test after serve and pass, so it was kind of a wait and see what we were going to do.
Tell people what that test involves, because when Mary was telling us, we weren't sure we could pass it, and we did not have a concussion. What did you have to do to pass the test?
So I had to hold a centimeter ruler out in front of my nose, and a popsicle stick moved closer to my face, and I had to say when I saw 2 of them. So it's like a vision test.
Well, obviously you are fine. That was a fantastic match. I got to ask you if your summer experience playing on the U21 team has helped you here early in the season.
For sure. Kind of after last season, I knew I was going to have to take a bigger role on for this team. And so this summer was really just kind of figuring out who I was going to be and how I was going to lead this team and allowing myself to play with confidence, because I know that if I play with confidence, everyone else around me can play with confidence. So I think this summer was definitely a huge part of it. It was a cool experience, and I learned a lot about myself. So.
Merritt, speaking of learning a lot, you guys had a thriller with Stanford just weeks ago. The sets went long, very familiar to what we just saw. Were you able to draw from that? Do you feel like this is a team that's already learning on the fly?
Oh, for sure. We learn after every single match. We learn something new about ourselves. And with how young we are, I think that the fact that we can take each match, whether it's a win or a loss, and learn from it in different ways. You know, after the Stanford match, we knew what we learned about ourselves was that we could come back and we could fight and we could be really gritty. So definitely, after every match, we're learning something.
Well, finally, Mary, you guys are getting on a plane tomorrow. You're heading up to Wisconsin. There may be an attendance record on the line. What are your thoughts on that big match at Wisconsin on Friday?
You know, we're just going to treat it like another game. You know, focus on ourselves, learn what we learned from today, and get back into the gym and prepare for them. And just, we like to treat it just like another day, another game, and not kind of overthink everything. So, I mean, it's just another game. I know we're excited, so.
Well, we're excited to watch it.
Thank
you.
you.
Good match tonight. It's a pleasure to watch you and the Gators. That was quite a fight from Florida State. But Mary Wise saw her team fight from behind in those last 2 sets and end up with the sweep. Final thoughts, Missy, on this Gator